Hey everyone, Shaper 1000 here. Today we have a box of train stuff, vintage, antique. We're gonna open this up and check it out. There is a small backstory, but I don't have the whole backstory yet. That may have to come at a later date. But let's go ahead and let's open this up and let's check everything out inside this box. It's pretty cool. Okay guys, let's open this up. I may have to raise you up a little bit, but let's go ahead and get this opened up. I can't find any of my knives. I don't know what happened to them. So, the little backstory is, got this on eBay, and the description said it was a childhood gift. So I contacted, or I sent a message out to the person I bought it from, see if they had any more information. Was it theirs or whatever? I haven't heard back yet, but I just sent a message out today. So let's go ahead and I'm going to raise you up here a little bit. There we go. Alright. Like I said, got a lot of train stuff here. I thought this was pretty cool. A couple of these. Wiring your layout simply, quickly, and efficiently. This stuff's supposed to be from like the 50s and 60s. Layouts. HO scale railroads. So this is, yeah, these are pretty cool. Gives you all kinds of information on how to lay your train out and all that stuff. They are worn, but they're old, and I'm okay with that. I got to be very careful. This is from the Atlas Custom Line Layouts. I don't know if you can see that. Atlas Tool Company, Incorporated, Hillside, New Jersey, copyright 1957. So that's cool. This is supposed to be like a whole set in here. They said they didn't know if it still worked or anything. I mean, you can see the tracks are going to need cleaned. They do say Atlas right on them. But other than needing some cleaning, they are in pretty good shape. I don't see a lot of things broken off on. Well, I don't see any yet, but I mean, you know. So let's tell you what. Let's move this over. We have a DuPont. I can bring you down now a little bit. Monkey had to take her mom to physical therapy, so this came right after they left, so I thought I'd do this video. Okay, that was eBay, but it was just telling me this was delivered. The horn hooks on this one seem to be in really good shape. Very nice tanker car there. It's held together with I don't know if they be brass or metal, but screws, so that's good. Slot screws. And we have a Toronto Hamilton Buffalo box car, TH&B, and again, the horn hooks are in excellent shape. The door's open. I mean, other than being dirty, which, you know, It's to be expected after it's been sitting wherever it's been sitting for the last 40 years or more. It does seem to be relatively, well, I would say, other than like being dirty, other than cosmetic, there's some cosmetic wear. As far as anything being broken, there's not. There's nothing broken on this. So it's in 100% condition. We're going to check this thing out later. Let me see what else we got in here. I got some stuff in here. I forget what all's in it, but okay, there seems to be more than what I expected, but that's okay, right? Okay, we have this, what's that called, a gondola, which would go onto this car here, or this frame here, the trucks. And again, the horn hooks are in amazing condition. Overall, other than being dirty, you know, yeah, so far these cars are in amazing condition, and they are older, and you can tell they're from the 50s and 60s. So we got that. We have a flatbed here. Always check the horn hooks. Make sure when you pull it that way, it flashes back. It'll still work, but what happens is if you go to back up and then pull forward, it'll pull the horn hook out of the way like that, and it'll stay over there and it'll uncouple. But so this is in really good shape, and I like that it has the metal frames on them. I'm not sure what this is for yet, but there's some detail on there. I don't know if I can get you focused. There you go. So set that over there. Again, excellent shape. Other than, like I said, we're not talking about cosmetically clean or anything like that. Here we go. Now see how this horn hook here, I don't know how well you can see that. See the horn hook? If I let go of it, it goes back. This side doesn't, which it's still operable as long as you're pulling forward. But if you back up and the horn hook doesn't go back over, it'll just uncouple. So this is B&O. And again, very, very good condition. And it's still got both ladders. Usually these things, and the wheel, that's the brake. Usually these things, those get broke off. That little stack here will get broke off. Okay, cool. And we have this car here, which is missing a couple. No, it's not. It's there. I see it there. It's just gotten pushed over. I'll have to fix that, but the coupler is here, and there's a little piece broke here because the coupler ran into it. I'll put that over there. I'm not going to worry about that. And this coupler's in good shape. Yeah, so I would say I'll have to replace one coupler, which is fine. I've got many of them. This is Illinois Central. Again, very, very good condition, other than the steps being broke off. So I probably won't put that other one on because the other three are gone, so it's not a big deal. But again, this coupler is in good shape. Very nice. Okay, let's see what else we got in here. Okay, we've got an envelope full of different stuff here. Let's see what we got in here. Oh, which I knew it came with some of this stuff. Okay, so there's some little screws in here. I'm not going to dump all that out. But so some extra bits and pieces here. Not sure what they're for, but you know, always like extra stuff. And there's little tiny screws, love them because you can't find them at a hardware store. You just can't find them. Okay, now we have KB. Is that KB? Yeah, KB. Remember, I wonder if they were affiliated with the KB toy stores. You got your directional here, and slow and fast, and you've got your DC for the train and your AC for your accessories. HO, model railroad power supply. I don't know, Scintilla Rail and Power Works Incorporated, New York, New York. So I could probably look that up, but I mean, you can tell it's old and sitting around. That would probably clean up okay, but we'll see if that's going to work for us. Let me set this over here out of the way. And we've got one of these switcher. I thought there was two of these in the picture. Might be in one of these. Might have came out of this box here. And there we go. Well, I don't think this has ever been used. Look, the wires aren't trimmed or aren't clean, so I do not think this wire has ever been used, and I will not use it. And this is a switch track. See, I'm moving that, but it's also powered. It's a powered switch track, so that's cool. And this is another one. Oops. This is from Atlas. A precision built HO product. And again, I don't think this wire has never been used. You can see that. And yes, there's the other switch to switch these tracks. And there's an extra wire here. And again, so alright, let's go ahead and put this back in the box. I mean, that wire's not worth any money. It's just cool that it's never been used, you know, that's all. That's, you know, I mean, I just think it's cool. And these two will go in here. You got a little short piece here. Okay, so we're going to set this over here, and we're going to put this in here. I mean, the boxes are worth a little money. They're probably worth anywhere from $5 to $15. In this kind of condition, you know, for people that are trying to get everything all original, you know, on their layout or whatnot. Again, not worth a lot of money, but it's just cool, as old as these are, and they're still, you know, it's still around. They are in poor condition, but still. Remote control left, and the other one is the remote control right. So we got number 50 and number 51, so there's a right and left. I have a few of these, and see, the boxes are falling apart, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. What I like about it is the boxes have not been taped up. A lot of people will tape them up. I'd rather have them in this condition than all taped up. Okay, so there we go. There's that. Now let's check this out. I do see a wire hanging down from it. I'll fix that. The coupler is twisted, but that's not a biggie. I mean, it actually still works. So I'm not sure what these wires go for. Okay, alright, I see. They get hooked up to, but anyway, let's look at the train. Still got the horns on it. The train, the locomotive, Baltimore and Ohio, it's the 283, is in very good condition. The light is still in it, so that's what this wire here is for the light. This wire here will get soldered up in here somewhere, but I do see a gear stuck onto that magnet, so this will probably not run, but we can see if we can make it run, but I doubt it. And I really don't care, but I may mess with this a little bit off camera, but yeah, so this wire here looks like would have been soldered right there onto that piece. But yeah, there's still got both the screws in it that hold this onto here. I'm not sure what this gear would be for. I don't know. But I think, well, I'll check this out. I'll do some research on it. I don't know why this gear would be up on top, unless it fell out from down below. But I'm going to check this out while I'll put you guys on break for a second. It'll just be a second for you guys, but there's a gear on both ends of this. Right here some teeth, and right here some teeth. So let me do some research on this thing. I believe if I take them screws out, I think this can spin around and come out, but this is the brushes here. But I honestly don't know what this is for. Doesn't make sense to me. I don't think it goes in there. Alright, let me do some research on this. Let me see what I can find out. Then I'll be back with you guys. And maybe, just maybe, you know, I can figure something out. Maybe we'll see if this will run. But, you know, to be fair, they said they didn't know if it ran or anything like that. So, which I really don't care. This does have traction tires on it. Very, very old traction tires, which will probably come off as it goes around the track. But so what it does is when this is together like this, see the gold wheels on this side and the gold wheels on this side, these are your pickup wheels that pick up the power to send it, you know, to send power to the motor, which is right here. So let me see what I can find out about this thing. Okay guys, so this motor did run, but as it was running, the commutator came apart, and I'm not sure about getting in there and getting it back together. So I took another wheel set or motor set, whatever you call it, out of another one I hadn't put on here, and I put some tires on it. It's missing one of these things on here, but so it does run. But what we're going to do is we're going to try this out right now. So the guy got a hold of me. He messaged me back and said that this was his brother's, and his brother was 8 years old in 1964. He's not sure if he got it then or before then, but so he's thinking at least the set itself, it is a set, but at least the set itself that he knows of, this is a Mantua, which is Tyco. He said it was a whole set, the track and everything, and the Atlas switch tracks, they were all bought separately. So, and he's not sure about where the train layout books came from, but that's what he remembers. So anyway, guys, what I gave for this, he had $40 on it, or make offer. Offered him 28, and he took it. So seems like a nice guy. But he said that's all he can remember about it. But so it does have quite a little backstory to it. So that's pretty cool. So I'm going to plug this in. And it is buzzing. I don't know if you can hear that or not. So I got me a piece of wire here. Okay, this is gonna go to the train. So I'm gonna hook this up here. And he wasn't sure if this power pack was originally to the set, so he's not positive about that. He's not sure if it had been replaced at one time, but it does look like it'd be from the 50s or 60s. So let's see here. Okay, I got it all the way down. Okay, let's turn it up a little bit. You know, it might not even work. I don't know. I know this engine works though. So what we'll probably have to do is let's try a different direction. Is get my other let me grab my other power pack. I mean, it feels like it's doing what it's supposed to do inside there, but I don't know if it's putting the power where it needs to go or anything like that. So stick around, let me grab my other power pack. I've already got it out, and we'll check it with that. Okay, so here's my other power pack. Whoa. I need to get one of those train holder things. That's I'm not sure which side is which. I thought they were crisscross, but let's try this first. Try this one. Okay, so this motor I knew would run, but the light does work in it, which I did not replace, so what did I do here? Alright, okay, well, let's set up a piece of track here. Whoa. Alright, let's set up a piece of track here. Whoa. I'll have to clean all this track up, but we are going to try to run this locomotive around. Yeah, this did start up and run, but then it just like stopped. It like froze up, and I see the commutator came apart, and this is all riveted. If I take it apart, I'm not sure how I would get it back together, but I would like to maybe get this going, take it apart or something sometime and get it going. But right now, let's oh, let me grab a piece of my cleaning sandpaper stuff. Let's run this across here. I mean, you can see how well that stuff does compared to like this end here and then there. So but what happened was his brother passed away, and of course they were cleaning out his stuff, and they found these trains. That's why he doesn't know too much about them, or it, I should say. So yeah, let's move this over here. Yeah, man, that's a shame about that motor coming apart like that, because it did run. I just needed to find a screw for it. Now, when his brother got this, I guess it wasn't new. It was gifted to his brother. He's not sure who gave it to him, but it was a set. It wasn't like, you know, it was a set. They set it up and ran it. He remembers it running and everything, but he doesn't remember where his brother got it, or, you know, who gave it to him and whatnot. So I better get another piece of this. But he does remember it had a pretty cool layout. That the switch tracks there, he said that they never had them hooked up, but he does remember this going around in circles. So like an oval or something like that. But seemed like a very nice guy. He was like, sorry, I can't give you any more information. I was like, no, that's fine. I just wanted to know a little bit more about it. Two of these wheels are not touching the track. But let's try it. Ooh. It started to move. Okay, yeah, so these two wheels here aren't touching. They look like they're down lower for some reason than these ones. If you look across here, it looks like these are more towards me than these ones are. See what I'm saying? But it's pretty much the same motor, but this one might be a little different in some ways. I don't know. But we're still gonna set up a small track and we're going to run it around the track. Change it. Let's change that direction. Okay, well, alright, now that we got it running, I'm going to check into this, look at one of my other ones and see if they're like that. I don't think they're supposed to be, but I think this might be set up a little bit different. So let me check that out. I don't know, let me check it out and then we'll set up a small track. Okay guys, so yeah, what I did was I replaced this motor mount thing here. The other one that came out of it was a little bit higher here, so I put it on to here, and now the wheels are the same height. So he got back a hold of me and he said that was given to his brother in 1964 from another family member that bought this thing in the 50s. Because I asked him about the books. I said the books are copyrighted 1957. He said that sounded about right. But he said he knows that the track came from all the tracks Atlas. It came from one thing. It was never a brand new set. Someone built a set, so all the track is Atlas. It's even labeled on the bottom. Now it was missing one track, one curved track and one curved track that was split. That's okay because I got plenty of track, so I put those two in here. And he said the train cars, he said he thought that they were Tyco. So let's look at the bottom of this. Mantua. So yeah, that would be Tyco. And but he said he's pretty sure this was replaced later because something happened. If he remembers right, something happened to the locomotive and this was replaced later. But so he's not sure how old this is. So that's a cool backstory, and it's cool that he got a hold of me. So I'm going to set up a small, I got this cleaned up now, the track cleaned up, and we'll set up a small oval. And let's run it around the track and put these cars on here. But the cars are definitely, he said, from around 1957, so that's cool. Okay guys, got it running. I tried it one time, it ran around fine, but the other way, everything kept derailing the other way. So I don't think it's the track. I think it's the little, the pieces that hold the track together. There's track connectors, so let's go ahead and run it. Granted, that's a newer motor. I get it, I understand it, but at least these are all still old. They're, you know, what, 60 years old? So here we go. And the track is old too, we know that, except for the two pieces that I had. And they're not brand new, so. But yeah, there it is, guys. And those two switch tracks I got. So I've got like 6 switch tracks all together. 4 of them are powered now, so if I can never get a place where I can set up a nice little layout, that's what I'll do. And you know, I want to set up my logging stuff and all that stuff. I got the loaders and unloaders, and I got the one that has the forklift, and it's pretty cool. So I'd love to get all that laid out like a little miniature, you know, industrial area or something. But there it is, guys. That's pretty cool. see if we can go a little bit faster. I don't want to go too fast. It's handling it right now. Oh, nope. Let's see if we can get him to push it up here to us. And there we go. That is a cute little caboose, though. I mean, that thing. Okay, guys. So, well, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Shea Bear, the Myth, the Man, the Legend. I'm gone for now. So, it's still an old train. It just got a newer motor set in it, which I'll see if I can find one on eBay. You know, around that time period. But this was newer anyway. But it's cool that we got a whole set, you know, of old trains that are from the late 50s. And a bunch of track stuff from the late 50s. You know, the track. I'll see what I can do about that, that power pack, that controller. See if I can get it to work. But, I mean, so there it goes. Takes off pretty good. Of course, like I said, I knew that engine ran. So either way, I still got to find another motor. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Shea Bear, the Myth, the Man, Legend. Gone for now. We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye, everyone. Take care. Update, guys. So they messaged me back and found out he was asking a couple relatives of his, and that locomotive is original to the other cars, and the reason why it was so clean was because when that was put away, it was wrapped up in plastic and like cellophane stuff. And that's why it was cleaner than the other ones, because they wanted to keep it in pristine condition, which they did. So that's an update on that. So that the locomotive and all the cars they were new in 1957. So I did find that out. It was gifted his brother in 1964 when his brother was 8 years old. So yeah, that makes sense then. So glad he got a hold of me. That's pretty cool. So, alright, guys. The transformer does put out AC, but it doesn't put out DC. So, which is no big deal. But that was the transformer that was given to his brother, and he said, because I told him, you know, the AC works, but the DC don't. And he said he remembered the last time it ran, it wouldn't work through the DC, so they ran one wire to the DC and one wire to the AC, and the train started running, but it ran real slow, so they put it away, and then it was never out again until now. So that's pretty cool. Alright, guys, thanks again. Bye bye.